Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Satgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marudhatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vadatmajam Vanarayuta Mukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kridau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punah Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchitananda Rupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Ilam Bhujasyamalako Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Rakhuvam Shanatham. So we have seen up to 103, right?
Yes.
So you have to take 104. Bhurbhuvaswastarustaraha Savita Prapita Maha Yajño Yajñapajaryajva Yajñango Yajñavahanaha Bhurbhuvaswastarustaraha Bhurbhuvaha, these are Vyahritis. Bhuvaswaha is Vyahriti. I have talked about it before, Vyahritis. So before the Gayatri Mantra, 3 Vyahritis are chanted. Om Bhuhu, Om Bhuvaha, Om Swaha. So these Vyahritis here, Samakhyani Trini Vyakriti Rupani Shukrani Trisarapi Bahwaja Ahu. He that cause one to cross the 3 worlds by means of these 3 Vyakritis. In order to attain mukti, one has to cross all the 3 worlds, Bho Bhuva Swaha. So Bhagavan is the one that bestow you with moksha, making you cross all the 3 worlds. Taraha. Tara means the one who rescue you, help you cross the ocean of samsara. Tara also means pranava mantra. Tara mantra. Savita. Savita means father. Sarvasya lokasya janaka iti Savita. So Savita also means son. Savitra Gayatri is there. So the root is Su to bring forth. So Sa Pita has same meaning like father, the one who bring forth progeny. Prapita Mahaha, great grandsire. So Brahma is called grandsire and Bhagavan is father of Brahmaji. So therefore great grandsire, great grandfather. Yajnaha, Bhagavan is in the form of sacrifice. Yajno vai Vishnuhu. This is a statement in our Vedas. Yajno vai Vishnuhu. So very Yajna itself is Bhagavan. That is the idea. Sorry. Yajna Patihi, Lord of sacrifices. Yajna Patihi. So Brahmarpanam, Brahmakavihi, Brahmakno, Brahmanahudam, Brahmaivadena, Gandhavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina. Everything is Brahman there. Brahma Agni is Brahman. Brahmarpanam, Arpanam, that is ladle using to pour the ghee. That ladle also Bhagavan. That Arpanam also Bhagavan, that whatever that you are offering, that is also Bhagavan. Brahmahavihi, Havish, that is the ghee that is offering, that is also Bhagavan. Brahmagno, the fire is also Bhagavan. Brahmanahudam, unto whom you are offering, that is also Brahman. So here also the same idea is given here. So Yajnapatihi, the protector of the Yajna. In Bhagavad Gita, aham hi sarvayajnanam bhokta cha prabhurevacha. So Bhagavan said in Gita, so I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices and also the Lord of them. So that Yajna and protector of them. That is why as Ramachandraji, he protected Yajna, Yajna Rakshak. Only one time in Lanka Kand you will see Bhagavan asked to destroy the Yajna. That was when Indrajit was performing a Yajna. Indrajit and Ravana both. Indrajit first. So that Yajna was to destroy the world. Whereas Bhagavan protect the Yajnas which are Loka Kalyanartham for blessing the world. Whatever Yajna that you perform for blessing the world, such Yajna Bhagavan protects. But those Yajnas which are destructive to the nature and the world, he stops them. Yajwa, the sacrificer, the one who performed the sacrifice, means Yajamana. That is also Bhagavan. Because only Bhagavan's grace, such thought comes to that person that I should perform this Yajna. Yajna Angaha. Yajna Angaha, having the sacrifice for his limbs. Now this particular idea is there in Bhagavatam. Varahavatara time, when all the rishis saw Bhagavan's avatara is Varaha, and there is a description of the whole body of Varahamurti in the form of Yajna. So, Vedas are his feet. The sacrificial post is his jaws. The sacrifices are his hands. His hair, Brahma is the head of the great Lord. And the day and night are his eyes. Vedangas are his ear ornaments. The ghee is his nose. The sacrificial ladle is his mouth. The great chants of Samaveda is his tusk. His body is made of virtue and truth. And good actions are the movement of his feet. So like this, there is a beautiful description about Varahamurtis. The body is compared to the whole Yajna. So that is what is remembered here, Yajnangaha, having the sacrifices for his limbs. Yajna Vahanaha. Yajna Vahana means carrier of sacrifices. Now, when you are offering here Swaha, Swaha to the fire, who carry that? Offering to the respective devatas. That is, it is said it is Vandi Devata, Agni Devata. But Agni Devata got the power is from whom? Bhagavan only. So Bhagavan is ultimately, he is the Yajna Vahanaha. So when you give offering to the devatas, we offer to Agni Devata. Agni Devata you cannot directly approach because it is very hot. So you go, you offer to his wife. His wife's name is Swaha. So go by the back door, And when you offer to Pitras, so Pitras, the word is used is Swatha. Swatha. So that is the difference. The idea is the yajnas are the vehicle to reach him, to reach Bhagavan. Then continuing, yajna bhuk, yajna bhrit, yajna krit, yajni, yajna bhuk, yajna sadhanaha, yajnanta krit, yajna guhyam, annamannada evacha. Yajna bhrit means the upholder of the sacrifices or protector of them. So Bhagavan is the one champions. He himself performed in all the avatars. The Rama Avatara also Bhagavan performed so many Ashwamedha yagas. That is the only time you see Indra Devata was not jealous. So Indra Devata knew that Bhagavan is not interested in his position. Anybody else did 100 Ashwamedha, he always put a block, some obstacle he put, either stealing the horse or something he used to do. But in Ramadavara time, even though Bhagavan did more than 100, he did not object it because he knew Bhagavan is not interested in his position. It is too low for him, actually. Oh, and Krishnavadara time also Bhagavan conducted yajnas, many yajnas in Dwaraka. So the one who Yajnakrit, the creator of sacrifices, the upholder of sacrifice, that is Yajnabhrit. Then Yajnakrit, the creator of sacrifice, means what? He is the one given out these sacrifices in the form of Vedic rituals. Vedas has come from him directly. Vedas says Vedas have come from him like Ashwas and Ishwasavate. like breathing. So anayasena, effortlessly, the Vedas have come from him. Even it has come so effortlessly, we take for human mind to absorb the Vedas is very difficult. It is not easy. Jagadado tadanteja yajnam karoti krandati diva yajnakrita. So at the beginning or destroyer of them, at the end of the universe, the creator of sacrifices. Yatni, the goal of sacrifice. Yajnanam tap samaradhanatmam sheshiti yatni. The goal of sacrifice. So unto whom you are offering, that is Bhagavan. Goal of sacrifice is Bhagavan. Yajna book, the enjoyer of sacrifice, as Devata. Bhagavan is the one who enjoys whatever that is offered. So the karma phala dhata. So he is the one who gives you the result of the karma, the yajna. So whenever you perform a set particular yajna, whether it is a Ganapati Homam or Sudarshana Homam or whatever Homam that you perform, at the end of it, after Purnahuti, you get the result, whatever that you made sankalpa for. And how does that happen? Who gives you that? Bhagavan is the one that gives you the result of the yajna. So enjoyer of sacrifice also, like as the avatar, yajnam bhunkte bhunakti diva yajna bhuk. Then yajna sadhanaha, yajnaha sadhanam tat prapta viti yajna sadhanaha. And yajna become a sadhana to reach him. So if you want to reach Bhagavan, use yajna as a sadhana. So that yajna sadhana, having the sacrifice as means to reach him. That yajna antakrita, yajnasyantam palaprapting kurvanna. So here it is the giver of the result of yajna. Yajnantakrita. Purnahutya va yajna samapting karoti iti. So he fulfilled the desires of the sacrifices by completing the sacrifice. And when that sacrifice is completed with the Purnahuti, then continuing, Yajna Guhyam, he who is the secret of sacrifice, Yajnana Guhyam Jnana Yajnaha, Phalapi Sandirahito va Yajnaha. The secret of sacrifices is Jnana Yajna. That is why Bhagavan said in Gita also, Yajnanam Jnana Yajnomi. I am the, among all yajnas, there are so many yajnas are enumerated in the 4th chapter, Drivya Yajna, Tapo Yajna, Swadhyaya Yajna, Jnana Yajna, like that there are so many listed there. Among all yajnas, Bhagavan says, I am Jnana Yajna. There he said Japa Yajna. But Jnana Yajna, the particular term introduced is in Gita, Bhagavad Gita. That is why our Gurudev made that particular term very popular in his lifetime, Jnana Yajna. Here there is no Homakund, Havankund is not there, fire is not there, the Ritviks are not there, the Havan Samagris are not there. What is there is here the knowledge is kindled, the fire of knowledge is kindled, and unto that fire of knowledge we offer our ignorance as sacrifice. Ignorance means ignorance born, error, mistakes, all of them are offered as sacrifice. That is Yajna Guhyam. That is the secret of Yajna. And also, Shankaracharya writes that Yajna performed without any particular desire. Only Antakarana Shuddhi is the only desire, nothing else. No material gain. Such yajnas are also considered the secret of yajna. Yajna Guhyam. Annam. Annam means food. So, why he is called food? Atyate atticha bhutaniti annam. This definition is given in Taittiriya Upanishad. So what is that? First you eat annam, then afterwards annam eat you. That is the meaning. Here Bhagavan Bhashikara says, when you eat food, in that food there is a, what is that, vitamin contents or the substance that is there available. The food value that is there in the food, that is Bhagavan. That is Bhagavan's grace. The science can find out this particular grain has got this much carbohydrate, this much potassium, this much vitamins, etc. The science can find it. But the question is, who put it there? That is Bhagavan's grace. Annadaha. And ultimately, who eats the food? Bhagavan alone eats the food. So, aham vaishwanaro bhutva praninam dehamashritaha. So, Bhagavan is the one who is eating the food. If Bhagavan is not there, you put the food in the mouth, what happened? You don't have the strength to swallow it. That is why a person who is about to die, you say Ganga Jal lao, but you bring the Ganga Jal, he is gone. Then you open the mouth and put the Ganga Jal. Ganga Jal will come out. It doesn't go down. That ability to swallow is also Bhagavan. So who eats ultimately the food? Annadaha, the eater of food. Annadaha, annam annada evacha. The chakara is used to show that all the names given in the text can be applied to one Paramatma. Atmayo niswayam jataha vaikhanas samagayanaha devaki nandanas srashta Kshitisha papanashanaha. Atmayonihi. Atmayonihi. The self as cause. Atmaiva yonihi. Upadana karanam. Na anyat iti. Atmayonihi. Atma is the yoni. Yoni here means upadana karanam. For every creation, there are two causes. One is a material cause and the efficient cause. Here, Upadana Karanam, the material cause, is also Bhagavan, Atma Yonihi. He is the material cause of the universe. There is no other. So this I think you know, I have told many times. That where did he get the material to create? If Bhagavan alone was there before creation, then where did he get the material to create? Like, where did you get the material to create your dream? You yourself is the material, isn't it? Your mind, your thoughts. Same way, Bhagavan alone is the material. So therefore, Nimitta Upadana, Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam is Bhagavan. Swayam Jataha iti, self-born. Now here, the word self-born is a misnomer actually in English. Why? Because Bhagavan has no birth. When Bhagavan doesn't have a birth, how can you say self-born? He is always there. He is the one beyond time and causation. Bhagavan has been there, he will be there, he is there. So there is no question of birth for him. Self-born also you cannot say. But it is just to indicate, there are pointers. Swayam Jataha, self-born. It is Vaikhanaha. Vaikhanaha. Vaikhana means one who dig. See, like this is referring to Varahavatara. Varahavatara, he plunged into the water and lifted the earth. In the process, he dug up the earth. That is the idea. He dug up the earth. And in the process, he killed Hiranyaksha. That is what is referred here. Dharani Visheshena Khanitva Patalavasinam Hiranyaksham Varaham Rupamastaya Jaghaneti Purane Prasiddham. So this is very famous in the Puranas. Varahavatara, Bhagavan lifted the earth and placed it and gave the first tilt. It is still going on. Sama Gayanaha, Samani Gayatiti, Sama Gayanaha. So, Bhagavan said in Gita, among the Vedas, I am Samaveda. Vedanam Samavedosmi. So, the singer of Saman, Samaveda is sung in musical way. The origin of all classical musics, whether it is Carnatic or Hindustani, the origin of all music is Samaveda. All Saptaswaras have come from Samaveda. So that is why Bhagavan himself is that Samagayakas. It's not easy to sing Samaveda, but if you are able to sing, it is Bhagavad Kripa. Devaki Nandanaha, the son of Devaki. Jyotishi Shukrani Jayani Loke Tayo Loka Lokapalastricha. Devaki Nandanaha. This is very famous. Bhagavan is originally born to Devaki and Vasudeva. Then Devaki Nandana. Srashta Sarvasya Lokasya. Srashta, the creator of all worlds. Srashta. Sarvasya Lokasya Srashta, the creator of all the world. Kshitishaha, the Lord of the earth. Kshite Bhumer Ishaha, Kshitishaha, Dasharathatmajaha. Now the king meant here is monarch. He's not an ordinary king. He is the king of the whole earth. That was Rama, the son of Dasharatha. Then Papa Nashanaha. Destroyer of sins. That is why in all the pujas or rituals you perform, at the end of it, suppose I have done any mistake, in the rituals also some mistake will happen. Any rituals, even puja also, some mistake may happen. So, Prachittartham, the pujari will say 3 names. Achyudaya, Anandaya, Govindaya Namaha. Achyudaya, Anandaya, Govindaya Namaha. These 3 names you chant, Bhagavan will forgive all mistakes. That's the idea here. Devaki Nandanaya. Srashta, Srashta, Sarvasya Lokasya Srashta, Kshitishaha, the Lord of Earth, Rama, Papa Nashanaha, the destroyer of sins. If you remember his name, Bhagavan's name has the capacity to destroy sins. Kirtitaha, Pujitaha, Dhyataha, Smrutaha, Paparashim Nashayanna. So if Bhagavan is worshipped or meditated upon or remembered, or you chant Achyudaya, Anandaya, Govindaya Namaha, this way, Achyudananda Govindaya Namaha, it has the capacity to remove your papas. It is said, Pranayama sahasrena yat papam nashyate nridam kshanamatrena tat papam hare dhyanat pranasyati. So, suppose actually the papam grihasthas commit, The Papa Shanti is Prayachittam. Different Prayachittam are given. But Samnyasi commit a sin, how he will be able to rectify, or what is the Prayachittam? So sannyasi's papas can be removed by pranayama. It is said pranayama. Now here it is said pranayama sahasrena yat papam nashyate nranam. So with practice of 100 pranayama, whatever sins are removed by 1,000 pranayamas are destroyed. Kshanamatrena tatpapam hare dhyanat pranasyati. So if it is destroyed in a moment by Hare Dhyana, meditate upon Hari and chant his name. Chanamatrena. So see the power of Bhagwan's name and meditate, especially in Kali Yuga. Bhagwan Nama is very powerful. So one should not take it lightly. Then Shangabannandagi Chakri Sharngadhanva Gadadharaha Rathangapani Rakshobhyaha Sarva Praharanayudha Sarva Praharanayudha Om Nama Iti. So Bhagavan Vishnu is with 4 hands. In each hand he has got a weapon. So Shankabhrat. So he has got Panchajanyam Rishikeshaha, Devadattam Dhananjayaha. You read that in Gita. So here Panchajanyam, Panchajanyakyam, Pudat Yahankaratmakam, Sangam Bhibrate. Shankaracharya writes the philosophical meaning of Shankha. So the one who is the bearer of Shankha called Panchajanya, and that Shankha represents Udadi Ahankaratmakam. So the 5 elements and Ahankara. So that's why Bhagavan gives blow the conch. Blowing the conch is an auspicious beginning. In our life also, Bhagavan's call, blowing the conch indicates call for the higher. In our life also, we see so many times we live a routine life, Monday through Friday. Then Saturday, Sunday also routine, especially during the pandemic time. Every day you are looking at the same person. You don't have any change. You can't even see anybody else. So it is a routine life. Suddenly you start thinking, what is life? Is this what is life? How long I have to live like this? This thought comes to you. This is called call of the higher. Generally, people dump it as boredom. The boredom in Vedanta is a good sign actually. It makes you think for the higher. The purpose of life. Why are we here? Kastum koha, kuta ayataha, kame janani, ome mata. So this thought should come. This is called call of the higher. That is represented by the conch in Bhagavan. Then Vidyamayo Dandagakyosi Rasasedi Nandaki. Nandaki, the sword called Nandaka. Now, sword is representing knowledge. Jnanasinaha. Chitvenam samsayam. Krishna's used that word in Gita. Jnanasinaha. So, Jnanam is the sword with which you cut asunder the demon called Ajnanam. So that is Bhagavan's, the Nandaka, Nandaki is the name. Vidyamayo Nandagakyo Asirasyati Nandaki. Nandakaha representing knowledge. Then Chakra Manastatvatmakam Sudarshanakyam Chakramasya Astiti Samsara Chakram Asyatmaya Parivartate Diva Chakri. Chakram represent our mind principle. Our mind, कौन सा चक्कर में फंसे हो बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में. Chakram is continuously rotating, isn't it? Our mind also keep on rotating. So Manat Tattvam is Chakram. So all of us, we are wearing 4 hands. Actually, it is not Bhagavan alone wearing 4 hands. All of us, we have these 4 hands. Chakri. Anattattvatmakam sudarshanakyam chakramasya astiti. Or samsara chakram also. Parivartati diva chakri. Then Sharngadhanva. Sharngadhanva. That was the Dhanush. Indriyadi ahankaratmakam Sharngam nama Dhanurasya astiti Sharngadhanva. So he has a bow called Sharanga. That's why Bhagavan is called Sharangabani. And this bow represents our senses. Senses are like bow. See, very appropriate, isn't it? Because all our desires are shot through senses, isn't it? Then Gadadharaha. Buddhi Tattvatmikam Kaumodakim Nama Gadam Vahan Gadadharaha. So what? The Bhagavan has got this club, that is the mace, in his hand. That Gada represents Buddhi. In the what do you call one Chalisa also, Hat Vajra or Dvaja Viraje Kante Munji Janevu Saje. There that Hat Vajra. So here the Gada is like a Vajra. It destroys the enemies. Means what? The Buddhi has the capacity to destroy the demon called ignorance. Gat also means in Sanskrit to speak. To speak the words of wisdom. It will destroy Ajnana. So Gada represents intellect, principle of Buddhi. Rathangapani. And this is also a beautiful name for Bhagavan Krishna. If you remember Mahabharata war, one day Bhishma Pitamaha became invincible. Arjuna could not even lift his bow or arrow. the speed in which Bhishma Pitamaha was shooting arrows, Arjuna could not stand. And when seeing the condition of Arjuna, Bhagavan got desperate. Because, before the war began, there was an agreement that he told Arjuna that I will come, but I will not use any weapon. I will not use any weapon. And when Bhishma Pitamaha heard this vow of Krishna, he said, okay, if you make a vow like that, I will make you break your vow. Now, it is said that is why in the battlefield, when Bhishma Pitamaha became so difficult, at that time Bhagavan forgot his vow. He broke his vow and jumped from the chariot. And there was a broken chariot was there. The wheel of the chariot he took and rushed towards Bhishma Pitamaha. So Ratha Anga Pani. So Ratha's Anga is the wheel. And that Bhagavan took it in his hand as a weapon and rushed towards Bhishma Pitamaha. But Arjuna went behind him and stopped him. And Bhishma Pitamaha also put his bow and arrow. He said, Bhagavan, come, kill me. That is why Rathanga Panihi. Rathangam Chakramasya Pano Stidamiti Rathanga Panihi. Akshobhyaha. Akshobhyaha means unperturbable. In any situation, he is unassailable. Akshobhyaha. Sarva Praharanayuthaha. Sarva Praharanayuthaha. He who is armed with all kinds of striking weapons. Now, anything can become a weapon in his hand. That is the idea. Now, you see, in Narasimha time, Bhagavan never used any weapon. His nail becomes weapon to destroy Hiranyakashipu. That was his condition also. No weapon should kill me. So Bhagavan used his nail. In Ramayana also, when Jayant came to test Bhagavan's power, Bhagavan used a blade of grass that became Brahmastra. So any weapon, anything can become Bhagavan's weapon. Sarva Praharanayutha. That is the idea here. So there is no restriction to the effect that he wield only these weapons. So whatever that is mentioned here, they are not the only weapons. Anything can become his weapon. Sarva Praharanayuta Om Namaiti. With this Vishnu Sahasranama is complete. We finally completed it. Now it is Phalashruti that you all can read. It's very Vanamali, Gadi, Shangi, Shangi, Chakri, Chanandagi, Srimannarayano, Vishnu, Vasudevo, Pirachatu. Vasudevo, Pirachatu, Om Namaiti. Now we will start as requested by you all. The Narayaniyam, Sriman Narayaniyam. Narayaniyam is a summary of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam has got 18,000 verses. The 18,000 verses is condensed by one great poet, Narayana Bhattatiri in Kerala, sitting in front of Lord Krishna. He composed this in 1034 verses. They are all called Deshakam. Every chapter is 10 verses. Every day he used to compose 10 verses. And the reason for he started writing is because of his Vata Rogam. He was paralyzed one side, and to get some relief from that Vata Rogam, he started writing this. And end of the composition, he was completely cured of his disease. Therefore, this Narayaniya Parayanam regularly help you maintain your health. That is one Phalashuddhi for it. I shall talk to you about the Sthala Mahatmyam, Guruvayur Krishna, how that particular temple has come into existence. There are so many Aidihyams are there. And Krishna is very vibrantly present in that temple. Even today, it is not old stories, these are all recorded in the history. So, we will see that, and also Bhattatiri, his story also a little bit. We shall talk about it next class. We'll start 29th. I hope you all got book. How do you, Swamiji?
Today we went to Kedar and got this book, Swamiji.
How do these people get it?
I'll send the online link so they can order it, come to their house.
Yeah.
So I will send them the link, Swamiji.
Yeah. Very good. And I'll talk to contact Nirmala, then she will tell you.
Yeah, she called me. Yeah, I spoke to her.
So she will chant, or they have a group that if she cannot, somebody else always there. There are 2-3 people. So
Yeah, she mentioned that.
they are all daily chanters. So
yeah, that's Swamiji.
So Swamiji, we should do the chanting before the lecture, or
no, verse by verse.
Verse by verse.
Yeah. Like a yajna, when we chant Gita, then we give explanation.
Right.
Same way. Verse by verse we go. They are not simple verses, they are very long verses.
Right, yeah. And sing a particular tone.
And it is a classical language, it's not simple language. Even if you know Sanskrit, it is difficult to know the meaning. Let somebody tell you. Hariyo. Okay, thank you. Om Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Swamiji. This was a wonderful journey on contemplating meanings of 1008 names of Bhagavan Vishnu. We started this discourse in December 2020, and a little bit over 1 year. So we are here today concluding these discourses. We are
Mm.
very, very thankful to Swamiji for taking time from your busy schedule throughout these 13 months. So many of us have discovered new meaning of these meanings. On behalf of all, I offer our humble pranams to Swamiji as a token of gratitude and spirit of tradition. We would like to offer Swamiji Guru Dakshina. In this online world, due to pandemic, we all offer Guru Dakshina online via CMTC web link. Have shared with the link to all the WhatsApp groups from members of the Chinmaya and others also who have attended. Thank you very much, Swamiji. We are very grateful to you, and we are looking forward for the Narayaniyam, Swamiji.
Yeah,
Thank you
very
much.
Yeah.
Thank
Hari Om
you.
Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om Tha Swamiji.
Online link is available for next 2 weeks, and there is a Guru Dakshina tab also once you click on the donation.
Okay.
So please feel free. And Swamiji, thank you so much.
Thank you,
again.
Swamiji. If anybody wants
Anybody
Thank you, Swamiji.
share something, and we want to take a screenshot also
screenshot also,
as a concluding
please
session.
turn on your video.
Okay. Video. Short.
Yeah, if you want to share something with Swamiji, please feel free. For next 5 minutes we have open.
Swamiji, Saroja also sings Narayani, right?
She is not here.
She's in India.
Yeah.
Hmm.